So, Gayle King's supposed to be somebody that's big in the journalism space, right? And I don't consider her black media. Y'all give her all these passes because she fuck with she's Oprah friend. I don't give a fuck who friend she is. I don't do nothing for nobody. But you cannot demean Dawn Staley like that. You talking to her about winning the championship, about going undefeated, and you have the nerve to get on there and say, well, we was rooting for Caitlin Clark and you broke everybody's hearts. Who is we? Who is we? All the black people I know was rooting for Dawn Staley. We all fans of Caitlin Clark, but the way you put it, that shit was trash. Yeah, and I'm glad it's a new day in the media space. You know what I'm saying? Because you so intelligent, you don't even say stuff like that to somebody on the interview. You just demeaned her and made it about Caitlin Clark. That's trash. Super trash.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
So Gayle King's supposed to be somebody that's big in the journalism space, right? And I don't consider her black media. Y'all give her all these passes because she fuck with she's Oprah friend. I don't give a fuck who friend she is. They don't do nothing for nobody. But you cannot demean Dawn Staley like that. You talking to her about winning the championship, about going undefeated, and you have the nerve to get on there and say, well, we was rooting for Caitlin Clark and you broke everybody's hearts. Who is we? Who is we? All the black people I know was rooting for Dawn Staley. We all fans of Caitlin Clark, but the way you put it, that shit was trash. Yeah, and it's I'm glad it's a new day in the media space. You know what I'm saying? Because you so intelligent, you don't even say stuff like that to somebody on the interview. You just demeaned her and made it about Caitlin Clark. That's trash. Super trash.
So I can get a quick reset of my computer. So hopefully all of you can hear me. I don't know what is going on right now, but I'm gonna have to restart this thing here. But nonetheless, you all should be able to hear me at this point. So please put a 1 in the chat if you can. And I am going to restart this computer. So yeah, if you guys can please do that. Okay. So I had to switch over to my phone. But we still here and gonna make it do what it do. So as I restart, I don't know what is going on, but we gonna get it together. But as I'm restarting the family, we go ahead and get y'all. Let me shout out the family. So while we're trying to get things rolling, let's see what we got here. We have One Who Cares in the building. Shout out to you, One Who Cares. Thank you for being here. Black First, my good sister. Appreciate you. And you know what? Let me do this. Well, yeah, we'll just keep it rolling just like that. Let it just go ahead and finish doing what it's doing. Patricia Slade. Got Patricia Slade in the building. Come on. There we go. Patricia Slade in the building. Black First. Jersey City in the building. I appreciate you for being here as well. And hanging in here with these good technical difficulties. Let's see. We have Derek Parker in the family, Black First, Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it. And we have Brother Isaac Holloway in the building from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Black First. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. And we got Brother David Boyd in the building from Bronx, New York in the building. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you for being here. And we got our good sister, Judah Queen, in the building, Black First. As always, my good sister, thank you for being in the house tonight. As always, hopefully everything is well with you and yours, good sister, Black First. And Cynthia Newman in the chat, thank you for being here this good evening. Hopefully all is well with you and yours. We're trying to get this thing up and rolling here. Thank you for being here, Cynthia Newman. DSM Sinister in the building. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you, brother. We are here. Black First. We got our good brother, dark skinned brother in the building. Shout out to you, dark skinned brother. Thank you for being here as well, my good brother, Black First. And we have Oyelis Cadence in the building. Shout out to you, Oyelis Cadence. Thank you for being here as well, Black First. And we have RBJ in the building. Shout out to you, RBJ. Thank you for being here as well. Now, let me check something here. And I don't know. Let's test something here. Make sure we're good to go before I switch off here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where I need to hold on. Let's do something real quick. So hopefully we don't have no more sound issues this evening, because that always sucks. Okay, let's do that now. Okay, I think we should be good, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers, shall we? And bring it all the way down, please. Okay. Oh. No. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna remove myself. All right, are we still there? Are we still there? Are we back? Hopefully we are. I hear myself. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Because this is crazy. I don't know what just happened. So hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Now I'll go back to where I was. That was crazy. That sound just instantly went out. Let me make sure that I can actually still hear myself or actually hear what I'm playing in here. So again, I'm real quick. Let me play this. Actually, let me play this little piece from Chicago real quick. Let me play this and I'll be right back.
So Christmas is coming early this year. We're going to check that list when it go up on that wall for voting, and we're going to check it twice. And we're going to find out who's been naughty or nice based on how y'all vote. And we're going to start it off with Maria Haddon. Yeah.
Chicago and some communities so angry? Why is all this kind of anti-immigrant sentiment coming up? And I want to explain to folks, it's because if we cared as much about black people and had over the decades as we do about everyone else, we wouldn't be here. But the money from a 2020.
All right. That would be Maria Haddon. Stepping out there. I see you. Don't get sarcastic because we can get jiggy, right? You set up here for that first 51 million talking about how you feel about black people and how you have to have the same energy for black people, and you ain't never stood on this floor talking about money for black people. You get on this floor and talk about black and brown because you somewhere in the middle with it, right? But I'll tell you this, and I'm telling every other black alderman in here today, you vote for the money for these immigrants today, and we coming for them seats. You can believe that. You're going to stop pimping the black people's plight to get brown people, as y'all call it, money. You're going to give us our press conference up there on the third floor, keep talking to the mayor's boy with the clink clink from his past. That's why he got to do what the mayor say do. Him and a lot of other ones in here with these shady pasts. That's why you got to vote the way that you vote. But all of us ain't got shady passes. Some of us free out here, and we can vote how we want to vote, and we coming for those seats. Now, to align yourself with somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor, if he even makes it that far, you better be worrying about your job. You better be worrying about your longevity, because we're going to vote, and we're going to get you out because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is. And for your law person that's next to you, I'm going to need you to check out that federal charge that I got against those public administrators over there for messing with black people's property. It's federal case number 23CV14590. All right? And on that note, if y'all don't give us our money for the black community, know this, we getting ready to file a federal injunction against City Hall for benign neglect to the south side and west side. You got that? Boom.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. And we're back. Like I said, let's get back to the family. I think I might have hit you already, but oh yeah, Les Cadence, thank you for being in the building. Shout out to you for being here as always. And now we are, of course, are officially international. RBJ, Black First from South Carolina. And Key Prince in the building. Shout out to you, Key Prince, Black First. Thank you for being here. And Black First Montgomery, Alabama is Lynette Williams. Thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you. All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hopefully we are through all of the ghosts in the machine. That was insane. Insane. And thank you, Isaac Holloway. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Boy, they was really trying to mess with this stream, wasn't they? Nightbot in the building. Shout out to you, Nightbot, being on the job. Appreciate it. Robin and Battle, thank you for being here. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. And hopefully you see my lips moving now and also hear the audio that is coming out. Because, yeah, that was crazy. To say the least. All right. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dominique Devereaux in the building. Shout out to you, Dominique Devereaux. Thank you. And everybody got the ones in the chat. Thank you. Maria, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. It's been a while. Black First. Good to see you back in the house. And my good sister, Miriam R. in the building. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Salute to you. As always, Black First. And Brian Witt in the house. Shout out Brian Witt. Appreciate you for being here, brother. Yes, indeed. Black First. And yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We back. Okay, good. All right. And thank you, One Who Cares was early in the building. Shout out to you, One Who Cares. Always appreciate you. And Rhonda Smith in the building. Shout out to you, Rhonda Smith. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. Black First. And for those of you who are watching on X or watching on Facebook, you know, these will probably be some of the last multi-platform broadcasts, I would say, for a while. So make sure you get over to the YouTube channel and follow this channel on YouTube. So go over there and subscribe. You know, you can also become a member of this channel if you would like to. And for those of you who are here in the chat, if you have not already liked this broadcast, please do so and share this out on your social media as well. So, that being said, I gotta kind of reset here because I had to do a whole brand new restart. Let's see where I want to go. Oh, I know where I want to go. In most recent news, besides what's going on in Chicago with them trying to give them folks $70 million. And these black folks are speaking. And like she said, you never came up there and said nothing about no tangibles like that. Nobody ever speaks dollars when it comes down to us. They always say, oh, well, you know, I don't know. I mean, we got to vote. That's what we got to do. See, we ain't voting enough. We are voting plenty, and these people that we voting for are in power. We have plenty black faces in high places and talented tenthers in all of these good positions doing nothing. But they can sit up there and quickly find some money because this is an agenda of a party that literally is using this to undermine black empowerment to begin with.
And this is not a new tactic of this particular government, might I add. I mean, I don't know why people act like it is. It is not. But, you can only repeat history so much. But now I guess they got people forgetting. Somebody actually mentioned today that the jab, and they just said this was just their own experience, that they've experienced loss of memory. Now, I don't know, just how serious that part is, but yeah, loss of memory. That's kind of major. You're losing your memory. Like, I don't remember like I used to after this. Oh. That's a very interesting point you're making. Yeah, I don't, and I can't tell you what to have done or not have done. But that's, one of the things that seems to be happening just in people's experience. But yeah, that was one of those interesting things I just recently heard. But the other thing that's going on, there, besides them giving them all of these millions upon millions, they're finding them housing. And they're also looking to kind of speed them into the voting process, which is very interesting. So just pay attention and keep an eye on that. And Chicago is a good solid marker of how things are going south very quick. And talk about people with suspect past. Chicago, what they talk about, Chicago's government has long been known to be pretty corrupt like that, and some other places around America. But nonetheless, here's another thing that's going on, and this involves America on a global level, because unfortunately, the propaganda arm, which is very exposed right now for what it is, which is the mainstream media, is framing this new particular situation going on between Iran and Israel. And for anybody who is too young to understand, when you saw the Hezbollah thing popping off actually, truth be told, when you go back to Syria, you should have kind of started wrapping your mind around where this was going. I mean, not to say I got the tinfoil fedora on, but I'm just, when you know people, you should be able to see some things coming down the pike. And that's why we also have the new black media, because the new black media is a source that will tell you the truth about what you are seeing, what you are witnessing, and what you are going to witness in the future, and how to deal with it, and how to interact with some certain things and sidestep others. Because this is a true mechanism of empowerment. It's the voice of the people, not the voice of the machine, not bought and paid for bots. As people try to come out and say, have you guys noticed that there's always black men that attacking the Democrats? Have y'all noticed that? I mean, man, is it just a coincidence? Let's stop. Black men do not have to attack the Democrats. What we have to do is worry about our agenda. And we have done that. It's funny. I recently seen a video of the leader of the advocacy organization of American descendants of slaves make mention of, I guess, somebody who was with her at one point in time and broke off with her. Interestingly enough, these are some of the people that we saw pop up in the spaces during the shutdown. And, some people reinvented themselves into freedmen. Not saying all freedmen are reinvented Adolfs, but, there are some that kind of did get on that. And not that there's anything wrong with that, because if you guys will recall, early on in the game, me and Black Alpha Network actually had a space, the Certified Truth space, and we actually mentioned, we had the space talking about the reason why it's important to incorporate all of these terms. Because it's all about the lineage. So, and now that we have kind of an understanding, because you got the growing pains and all of that when it's something new. I just, there are always going to be things that I see that I'm be like, why is this a conversation? And why is it a conversation now? For instance, I seen a space about Creoles against the world. And somehow it appears as if there are some, Creole folk out here who are somehow seeing themselves as something other than foundational Black Americans. And I don't know if that's because of the way that they are choosing to identify. Being a Cherokee Creole is a lineage thing. Can't make that up. I clearly don't get my black hair from Africans. Jet black and gray now, but jet black for the most part. And now, if for anybody, clearly this is not dye. So yes, my hair is absolutely jet black. That's a Black American thing. That is a foundational Black American thing. To say, oh, well, it's this group or that group. Oh, how did we even get to that kind of conversation again? So when you see that at this particular time, take those with a grain of salt. That just doesn't seem like anything worth investing a lot of energy in. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just seeing it. Maybe I'm just a skeptic and looking at it the wrong way. But in my opinion, that type of conversation just seems like a waste of time. Another thing that happened, and who knows, somebody on X might be watching right now, especially the person that actually made this statement, that they were at a event in Baltimore, and there was, I guess there's something that they say urge the governor over there, whoever that brother over there, that black dude, they want to urge him to do something for juveniles. Now, I'm not certain about what the legal situation or case going on in Baltimore, because it's not like I'm on the other side of the country, so I don't necessarily get Baltimore news information all, first thing in my stream. I mean, especially if they're not really about that then. So this lady, makes a point to why is the new, and it's in quotes. So like it's like the new, and then in the other quotes, Black media. So you really went out of your way to the new black media. Okay, got you. Why are you ignoring all of these different legislative things that are going on and these other movements going on in different cities around the country? Ignoring? See, when I see questions like that, I that's a person that just showed up. You didn't even know who you were calling out or why. And you know how you know? Because that's a person that I seen, I think it was Juicy Genius, actually responded in the thread and was like, who's she talking about? I mean, because you could be talking about so many different people, and for all intents and purposes, there are people out there on the East Coast to whom you could have probably reached out to. And for it to be like, well, it's a new black media thing. Okay, here is my thing about that. You don't contact anyone about what your event is, nor do you actually involve yourself with the people you want coverage by. But then when you have something, why didn't y'all show and cover my event? See, being standoffish, especially professionally, will probably not have anybody looking to promote your stuff. Why? And here's another thing. Always pay attention to who's doing stuff like this and check their bio. It's always somebody that is trying to get noticed. So in this particular instance, this woman who calls out new black media for not covering this protest that the local news in Baltimore did cover, by the way. Let me just go look. And let me not see if the woman who put this post up wasn't one of these women who was on camera. Boop. Sure enough, you made sure that mic and lights and camera was on. You were in front of it. But you didn't think to reach out to anybody to cultivate a relationship to even say, hey, come cover this. No, you know how many of you we've seen in the last 2 years? We've seen many of you come and go. Why didn't you cover my event? I sent you this. I hit you this in my inbox. Oh, I used to look up for you. I'm not following any of you anymore. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Have we not seen this flame out before? I used to look up to you, and you won't promote my thing. The idea that you don't have any type of rapport or relationship with someone and say, well, I'm doing this over here. Why ain't you pumping me? Why would somebody put their name and their brand, their likeness, their reputation out there pushing someone to whom they don't know and something that they haven't even had themselves the opportunity to vet? Say, hey, man, take this and run with it and sell it. It don't work that way. And here's the other thing. You're having an event. You're doing something. See, here's the one thing about new black media. This took a lot of different voices to buy in to one solid notion and idea under one banner, by the way. That isn't an easy feat. So even designing something like that takes focus, people. And it takes cultivating your relationships. It takes maintaining your relationships that you've had over the years. And so that way, when people mention you, there's some kind of validity behind what you stand for. But see, y'all act like when you see somebody that just showed up today, well, man, why is everybody listening and looking at him? Because there is somebody that can vouch for me. Not only that, there's people who have known me for that long. And see, I'm not the new one. I'm just new to you. And so when these people out here like, oh my God, okay. Like, for instance, okay, what do you want? Tariq Nasheed, he's putting on another rally, plus he got his movie coming out. Okay. He sure has time to just promote what you're doing willy-nilly, right? I mean, I just don't understand what you're saying. And then again, is he even in that lane of doing things? So truth be told, what you're asking for would probably be more of a Phil Scott thing. But did you even put this over there in his court? No, because what you want is who you want to go do that. And does Professor Black Truth do that? You already know he does not. He doesn't publicly really endorse anybody except for a select few to which he himself has spent enough time vetting and feeling comfortable enough to say, I vouch for this. Well within his right, mind you. Jason Black, on the other hand, here's another brother. He has a documentary coming out himself. Sure, with what he has going on in his businesses. I'm sure he has time to just turn around and willy-nilly promote something that he has no time or opportunity to vet. You expect those kind of people to put their reputations on the line, and they don't even do that type of broadcasting. You mad at the wrong folks. See, when y'all do that, you ain't mad at who you looking at. You just passing the buck on who you really mad at. Might want to stop by the bathroom and take a quick look over the sink. Because it ain't me. Anyway, moving on. I just had to say that because that just really bugs me when I see that. Why ain't y'all him? Man, why ain't y'all promoting my business? I mean, okay. I mean, yes. Okay, for prime example. Say I see something that's a Black-owned business. I go out of my way not going out of my way necessarily, but it's what I want to do. My choice is say, I'm going to promote this business. I came across it. I went and sought out a Black business in this area. I'm going to promote what I was dealing with. That's my choice. Man, why ain't you came over here? Man, ain't no new Black media came to my business over here. That kind of attitude is a cancer, family, and we need to stop promoting that type of behavior, and we most definitely need to stop telling our friends that type of thinking is okay. It's okay to tell your friend no. If they got a problem with, man, what you mean no? No, you're wrong, and that's okay. We don't need no yes men running off the cliff. That ain't helping nobody. That ain't helping nobody. Antithesis in the house. Black First, Valdosta, Georgia in the house. What's going on? And we got Mr. Power Tool in the building, pulling double duty. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, my good brother. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to know, man. These folks is something else, man. We got Ricky in the building. Shout out and salute to you, Ricky. Thank you for being here. Black First. And we got Kermit S. Wingfield in the building. Strength and honor to everyone. Shout out and salute to you, my brother. Yes, indeed. And Tia to you. Said your hair looks nice, good, and lice free. Oh, you already know. Shout out and salute to you. Thank you for being here, my good sister, Black First, as always. And happy new Black Media Month to you. Black women stand up. Black First. Thank you for being here as well. Shout out to you. And okay. So let's get to man, this other little story over here, man. This Again, I have to say, I think this is for the third straight broadcast. Family, aren't you glad that we just minded our own Black business? Because there is nothing about this conflict that the world can tie us to. Saying, well, you guys are supporting this. Let this be known to the world. No, the hell we do not. This is all y'all affair. Hold your own missile. They got bombs over Baghdad over there, man. And today, literally, bombs over Baghdad, because subsequently, Iraq also got hit. All of this is taking place right now. And there's two things going on. Benjamin Netanyahu not wanting to go to prison, and the world not wanting to give foundational Black American freedmen descendants of chattel slavery reparation. This is what the ultimate narcissism of supremacy gets you. A relentless conflict with no end in sight. And again, shout out to the family because, well, why ain't you saying something? So many people fight. For me, let me tell you something, family. Those of us over here in this new Black media, we smart enough to know there's a reason. Trust me, I'm sure. I'm sure I don't just speak for myself. I'm sure there's plenty of us that understood full well years ago where this is headed. So when we see certain things, we just saying, "Hey, family, bypass this one. This ain't about us." There's a whole lot about this situation, and boy, ain't y'all glad we just sat up here and minded our own Black business? Ain't a thing y'all could say. Well, Black America was on board. No, the hell we were not. And we have given you solid proof of that. So much so that you understand what's going on with Ukraine right now. Oh boy, Ukraine hanging on by threads right now. Ukraine hanging up. It's like some people could speculate that certain people look at it and sitting back watching Zelensky get all this money, getting all that money. It's like they started seeing him like, they started flashing the black folks for a minute. Oh no, they're getting all that money. What are you doing with all that money? All that money. See, he don't need all that money. What all that money, yeah, that should be coming to us. You know, I mean, we get all this money from the United States, of course, but look at him getting all that money. I mean, where is Zelensky getting all this cash? And the rest is Hezbollah or Hamas, ISIL, ISIS, whichever group in order of the day that says, oh, they're threatening the security of who? Oh, the same nation, once again, take the eyes off of anybody else's conflict and America's resources with it. Is this the first time? No. What was Syria about? Oh, well, it's just threatening the borders of our friend. Okay, here we go. But is this where it really is happening at? You already got Saddam Hussein out the paint. Only one more pin to fall over in that region. Man, come on now. No, sir. No, sir. Yeah, we sitting this one out, champ. Y'all got this one. Yeah, y'all, this is y'all, all y'all. For those who teach police to how to come over police black neighborhoods. Nah, I think we'll sit this out. And then how they're framing it. These folks literally bomb Iranians, and then, well, after, of course, bombing innocent people this is what's the ironic thing of it. Remember when Ukraine was kicking out the Nigerians, and then you had the World Kitchen over there feeding the Ukrainians? The runaway Ukrainians, the fleeing Ukrainians? That dude who went over there, we need to help them and we need to give them money. You ran over there for them Europeans. And them other folks, I don't know if y'all seen what these folks did to them people. But if you just want to see the damage of the vehicles that they've done, you can just imagine the damage that was done to the people in those vehicles. Don't tell us they deserve to defend themselves. You see what these folks did to these innocent individuals. You lit up volunteers. And when I say lit them up, boy, they sent them folks to the upper room in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Split second. I mean, oh my Lord. Some of them, and you hitting multiple vehicles, so that's like a boom, 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 boom. You bombarded these people. Oh, well, see, people, sometimes they hide in the midst of help. Talk about take a trip to the Holy Land. Okay. I mean, if people say God ain't pleased with Dubai right now, Black First Night Rider check-in, Kid Gravity Beyond in the building. Because, yeah, what I say at the very end, that's that Gravity and Beyond. Man. Yo, this is insane. And if you haven't followed my brother, man, Kid Gravity Beyond, you guys should do that, man. He is another good, solid voice out here in these new black media streets. And he's and his brother is also funny. So shout out, salute to you, my brother. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So, at the same time, these people have a lot of money, and we talk about APAC a lot. And we also are talking about reparations. So there's literally two things that's jumping out at me. I'm like, wow, I hope y'all are paying attention. There is a lot of funding going on to bombard Black empowerment right now. And man, I just don't know what to tell you. It's coming from all angles. But with I guess with the impact that maybe Nina Turner, or the taste of Nina Turner's post I guess with her talking points now that she is no longer in office might leave a sour taste in the people's mouths who actually did, APAC of course, fund the candidate to get her out. And now she's talking full-fledged and open-throated about reparations. And so she was initially one of the squad. And so it's kind of appearing that I think that the APAC is saying, you know what, I think all of the squad is now just a complete liability. So we have to get all of them out the paint. Let me see what this say here. This article from yesterday. These are the 14 lawmakers who voted against condemning Iran's attack on Israel. And again, mind you, when we're saying attack on Israel, you mean retaliation? Because in this situation with Israel and Iran, it was not Iran that first attacked Israel. It is Israel that first attacked Iran. This is a tit for tat now. But how we're getting it in the American media is just simply telling you them damn Arabs sat up there and bombed these good friends of ours over here. We got to do something about it. There's somebody watching right now who think I'm wrong. Really? Really? Let's see. It's an overwhelming majority of the House voted Thursday on a resolution to condemn Iran's recent attack on Israel. Again, like I said, it was a retaliation, though. However, 14 members voted against the resolution, 13 Democrats and 1 Republican. The group of Democrats includes squad members, Representative Jamal Bowman and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, while Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky was the lone Republican to vote against the resolution. Now, look at how they did that there. See how that article just even starts? That's a cold little way of, now they're trying to, boy, this is that mind game stuff right here. So first off, you're not obeying, but they're not putting it in a way that is coming off as, oh, well, they're not doing what they're told. No, they're telling you that they are refusing basically to condemn the actions against our friends that pay us so much good money that we in turn give money to, but then these other groups come back and make sure we got money, and it's an endless cycle of return value. But what they did here is, here's 14 members, and there's 1 lone Republican, 13 Democrats. And the group of Democrats includes the squad. And here's the names: Jamal Bowman, Alexandria Cortez, and then they're up there with Thomas Massey, a Republican from Kentucky, same state where they laid down Breonna Taylor and she got no justice. You see all them subliminals they just sent your way just in that little short period of time. They're spending big money to get these folks out the paint, folks. Last weekend, Iran launched more than 300 missiles and drones on Israel, but Israeli and allied forces were able to shoot down most of them. Here's the House members who voted against condemning Israel's attack. Representative Jamal Bowman. Well, wow, we're coming right back again, mentioning the same person we just knew was already part. Wow, how about that? In a Thursday statement, Bowman said unequivocally condemns Iran's recent attack, just as he also condemns a suspected earlier attack by Israel. A suspected earlier attack. A suspected earlier attack. So you can't wait. Boy, these folks can't even say. Oh, so in retaliation, you have to label it a suspected attack. I guess. But if you do that, you're basically still admitting that this is retaliation, but you're still trying to say both people attacked each other. But in the situation from October 7th to now, pretty much, it's all been about Israel has the right to defend itself. What's changed? If you attack someone, don't they have the right to defend themselves? This is all we heard. This is why you guys need to get on board with this against Palestine. Right? These folks over here lighting up Palestinians, lighting up volunteers, lighting up civilians, and now have attacked Iran. And you got American media over here shoving a lie down your throat. This is just a lie. And I mean, see, this is when supremacy hangs in the balance. This is, for those of you who have seen the end of the beginning, the very first Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston, they blew it up. You really did it. They blew it up. You know what's the irony in that? Is the apes. It was the apes' turn, as they see after that. So after they destroyed themselves, it was a new world with the apes. Yeah, no hidden meaning there, huh? I'm just saying. Yeah, just maybe a tad, a little bit of a hidden meaning right there, Oh my Lord. And so again, let me see. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so and he says that's why he voted against that resolution. So this is basically, hey, Negro, you get up there and do what we tell you to do. And if you think you trying to get you some conscience, We gonna teach you a lesson. What's different now than back then? People tell us we came such a long way. We're not our ancestors and this and that. The hell y'all not? Because here's the other thing. Well, again, I guess go back to, first off, I'll say leopard don't change its spots. But let's put it to you this way. How many folks we got? We've got 100 folks in this live between, I guess, X and YouTube. Usual suspects. Think of the concept of usual suspects. Something happens, something goes wrong. The people that you want to blame is where you first throw your blame. And all the while, you have the one person who's making sure the mischief just endlessly goes on. Right there with you, you just pretty much don't even pay any attention to it, though. But when you think about the philosophy of that one, greatest trick that the devil ever pulled off was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And then that just reminds me of a scripture that says, and if you don't have to be biblical at all, you don't have to be spiritual at all, you don't have to be a Christian at all, but if you are at all aware of your surroundings, there is a passage that says in Job 9, I believe 24, says, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? Look at this world conflict right now. Is this person still fooling you that they exist? People would say, Farrakhan is this and Farrakhan is that. You can hear them call him a lot of things. One of the things I do not really hear him called that often is a lie. You understand what I'm saying? You don't hear that often now, do you? Now, they might not like what he's saying. One thing that you ain't hearing often, oh, he's a lie. Think about it. I'm just saying. I said who and where. Sometimes some people can say some of these things that you're seeing around the world is just kind of a prelude to certain things going on. I don't know. Who knows? I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, right? I mean, good grief. But one could speculate that maybe if there's a God out there, our great Most High, would say, hey, I'm not too fond of you messing with my weather. And so here, let me go ahead and help you out. You wanted rain? Well, here you go. Here's one of the things that no one will ever think of. Well, I'm sure some people are probably thinking of right now, because it should put some things in your mind when you say, there's no possible way that you could flood in the desert. In your lifetime, you have now witnessed it. I'm not saying you have to be overly spiritual. I'm just advising you not to ignore the signs that you see. Here we have something on our mountain called Timberline Lodge caught fire this morning. There's a fire out in Atlantic City Boardwalk as well. Volcano just exploded in Indonesia. There's a lot of things going on around the world right now. And I can tell you this particular situation that we're watching go over here in this world, watching these people putting their hands on family, I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest times for us to separate our ways from them folks. And the world can see that we ain't, man, when let me just put family, when they know that when they come to us, you get this. Who else talking like this out here? Who else talking like this out here? Where they at? We gonna tell you straight up. No, not our responsibility. Michael Rappaport come around, hey, why did and what the other old washed up actress? Why ain't y'all coming over here? And you see, there was 2 Jewish men that died for civil rights. So at this point, you pull this other story up here. Because like I said, they're doing all of this to combat our empowerment. Where is that? Maybe I have to just go in here. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Hopefully this don't go janky on me. Okay. I do still have it. Oh, okay, cool. If they could find any way to be disrespectful to us and to throw a monkey wrench in our plans, they do it. So last broadcast, we talked about the 1,000 Mexicans or the 1,000 Africans that were the 1,000 Africans that were at City Hall in New York. Well, that's just among one of the things that's going on with these. I can't call these folks tethers because they're not. They're international. I'm waiting on it to finish loading here. Okay. So we always talk about how these people do not include us when they start talking about their tangibles. I have no data. Why is it doing that? Hold on. I have to use this other one. Get this up here. All right, y'all can see that. So, Geneva, Switzerland, the 3rd session of the United Nations Permanent Forum on People of African Descent concluded Friday with a preliminary recommendation centering reparations and other measures to address the ongoing legacies of colonialism and enslavement. In Geneva, Switzerland, by the way. Now, of course, they're going to be talking about, how the foundational Black American movement sparked all of this, and they, definitely want to make sure that we get our due too, right? Well, let's see. See, here's a bunch of them. Well, boy, they're a multicultural bunch of Africans. Youth representatives elevate demands for reparatory justice before United Nations Permanent Forum on People of African Descent. If this don't look like an inroad, I mean, come on now. What? Say what? All right, more than 1,000 civil society representatives from over 85 countries traveled to Geneva this week to ensure progress on reparatory justice for people of African descent around the world. They want a unified. Oh, come on now, boy! You at every turn, like I said, they're spending trillions. Really, they are spending probably as much as they could give us to fight us from getting our due. On reparations, we must finally we must finally enter a new era. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk said at the PFPAD's third session neared an end. The governments must step up to show true leadership with a genuine commitment to move swiftly from words to action to adequately address the wrongs of the past. Okay, so let me see. It goes share from preliminary recommendations in the UN. So these are the recommendations. Ensuring a comprehensive program of reparatory justice to eliminate the vestiges of enslavement and colonialism. What does that mean? Yeah, what does that like? What does that exactly mean? Promoting global reforms to address anti-Black racism in debt, education, banking, transportation, and migration. It's 85 countries, and then they just start talking around the world. But if you start listening, a lot of what they're saying really probably only plays out in America. Am I missing something? I mean, what am I hearing out here? I don't sound like I'm hearing a soap opera outside. What the hell? Upholding the Durban Declaration and Program of Actions Acknowledgement of Slavery, of enslavement as a crime against humanity. Now, that's something that would actually benefit here in America. And because, like I've always said, everybody that died on a plantation if they were died as considered property, those folks are murder victims. Straight up. Establishing an international tribunal and adjudicate reparations claims and quantify remedies. Prioritize reparatory justice and restitution for Haiti, recognizing the right of return and diasporic citizenship for Afro descendants, eliminating the veto power of permanent members of the UN Security Council, and adding an African permanent member to the body. Ensuring equal access to quality education and decolonizing curricula. Removing and replacing monuments to enslavement and other atrocities, and declaring a second International Decade on People of African Descent. I don't know. Reparations is what justice looks like in the 21st century. Family, they get out there real quick when it ain't us. But I'm hearing, if we're not at the center of what they're talking about, I don't know what they're talking about. But this is all of them. Oh man, and we got oh man, is this dude a Greek? Hey, wait. Oh man, even to add insult to injury. Family, you know how they be talking about this is the African takeover at Howard. This is the African takeover at Hampton. This is the African takeover. Yeah, we're gonna show HBCU African takeover. Here they go. Here they go. And why is the girl on the left look like she finna go be an extra in the background of Different World? What is going on here? This is just tether confusion. This is just simply tether confusion. Y'all look at us. Look at us now, please. Please look at us. Now, from what I played the other day, and then now they're going over here asking for reparations. How's that work? How the hell does that work? Man. I guess. Now, let me see. I'm gonna out there. I think there's another picture in here too. During Friday's session, young participants stood up to deliver first ever youth declaration, identifying key priorities and recommendations to a resounding applause from the packed room. Yay! Now let's hear what their statement was. We, youth participants of the third session of the United States, or the United Nations, United Nations Permanent Forum on People of African Descent, come together in full unity within the African diaspora in support of the Sustainable Development Goals, as well as recommendations proposed by the forum with our first youth declaration. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Who is this that said this? Announced by Cameron Clark, who represents Florida International University's Latin American and Caribbean Studies MA program. All right. Okay. Well, this is definitely CARICOM, ain't it? He is a member of the, I'm not going to read all that, Youth Subcommittee and the 2024 Black Diplomat Academy cohort. Okay, that's just another story right there. All right, so that's the end of that story. But so yeah, they're out there, like I said, out there. When they see us moving, oh man, we can't let them over there and get nothing that we ain't gonna get. And since we have delineated heavy, now they sit up here and they're still using a lot of the tone and energy of what we're talking about, but they keep throwing that African descent, African diaspora talk on there that we do not subscribe to. Hashtag Hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Now, I wanted to touch on the whole Joe Biden thing. This guy, and not just Joe Biden, but more or less his whole campaign, rather. And all of the shields that go along with it. If y'all remember, on this broadcast, we played the video of Donald Trump going to the Chick-fil-A. Everybody's talking about the Chick-fil-A. Well, so what? He's going to Chick-fil-A. Well, okay. And for some reason, when I first saw that, the whole Chick-fil-A thing, I never seen it presented as if it was a spontaneous stop. I always saw it that it was a planned stop. That makes sense. This is what happens on campaign trails. We're going to go out here and talk to Joe the plumber and go have a burger, and, stuff like that. I mean, this dude, for those who, we see the stuff that's kind of pandered to black folks, but Joe Biden even sat down with like Italian families. Like, I grew up around a bunch of Italians, and everywhere he's at, he's telling you how much he was this, and whatever group he's talking to. Oh, I grew up with all of these. Oh man, my last name didn't end with I. Oh, my last name didn't end with O. Man, miss me. So again, everybody rushed out there, like the Roland Martins and all the likes. Oh man, you guys think that Trump is going to really be able to do something with Chick-fil-A and blah, blah, blah. Well, Joe Biden turned right around and tried to pull the same stunt. What's so funny is everybody said, well, you had to get a black photo op. Okay, well, there's the black conservatives at the top. Photo op. Black Democrats at the bottom. What's the difference? Really, legitimately, what is the difference? So let's see. Let's see Joe Biden pulling the same move that everybody was like, well, man, I don't think Chick-fil-A, that ain't going to impress me. Okay, well, now Joe Biden is showing up at Sheetz. Take a listen to the music. Take a listen to the music that's also playing, that meow, 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 meow. I mean, so you're hearing a lot of kind of hometowny Pennsylvania hard hat territory where all the unions that probably only hire one Negro I'll go hang out. Now, what need does he have to go all behind the counter? Now, so he's gonna go behind the counter to go get a photo op. And oh no, there's nothing wrong. Now see, man, this ain't planned. Now think about it. What are the optics we have here? Because see, I wanted to make sure this is the picture that on your screen right now is what they want the world to see. So this is what the photo op they're gonna want like Black America to kind of look at or whatnot. But yeah. Nah, that ain't really who he in there to see. That there's not a lot of color in there. Just saying.
Don't jump.
Don't jump. Oh man, boy, old Joe, boy. Don't jump. All of that. He did a walk there, he did all of that talking. Man, when you stopping at Chick-fil-A, and here goes Joe Biden at Sheetz. How ironic the name. Sheetz. And then you see the staff at Sheetz. I'm just saying, you know, y'all see the staff at Sheetz. Just can't help but notice, you know, it's not a lot of ethnicity going on over at Sheetz at all. And so, out of all the places where Joe Biden decided to go, he went to the convenience store with hundreds of outlets in 6 states hit with discrimination lawsuits. Well, man, go Joe. Sheetz, a convenience store chain, has been hit with a lawsuit by federal officials who allege the company discriminated against minority job applicants. Oh, hey, there's Joe. Yeah, see, we got to put some black guys in the screen. It doesn't help in that security. That's not who we went to go see. Boy, see how they play it? Let's put this picture out. Okay, y'all can stop now. The Sheetz convenience store chain has been hit with a lawsuit by federal officials who allege that the company discriminated. Okay, I already read that. Let me see. Let me go back here. Sheetz Inc., which operates more than 700 stores in 6 states, discriminated against Black, Native American, and multicultural job seekers by automatically weeding out applicants whom the company deemed have failed a criminal background check, according to U.S. officials. Wait. How would you deem to have failed? You're deeming somebody failed a criminal background check before they actually failed a criminal background check? Is that how I'm reading this? Oh, okay, that's just a slight bit evil. President Joe Biden stopped by at Sheetz for a snack this week while campaigning in Pennsylvania. Hence the title of this broadcast, Did Joe Biden Step in the Sheetz? Because in all of the attempts to talk and lure black voters, you literally trying to badger people over Trump going to Chick-fil-A, and then here's Joe Biden, doesn't go to a Chick-fil-A, but he goes to a Sheetz that has now a federal lawsuit. I mean, now this is a federal lawsuit. This is the president of the United States walking in this building. No one wanted to tell him that maybe Sheetz is not the place to go on this particular campaign stop. I mean, whoever is running this man's campaign, man, is I don't know what they should be fired. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission filed suit in Baltimore against Altoona, Pennsylvania-based Sheetz, and two subsidiary companies, alleging the chain's long-standing hiring practices have been a disproportionate impact on minority applicants and thus run afoul of federal civil rights law. This isn't just having an employee that said the N-word. You guys is running afoul of federal civil rights law, and this is where Joe Biden goes on his little stop. Now that's winning. Sheetz said Thursday that that it does not tolerate discrimination of any kind. Well, clearly it's been going on for some time, Sheetz. Diversity and inclusion are essential parts of who we are. I didn't see any diversity in that particular Sheetz that Joe Biden stopped at. I can't really say I noticed that. No. What's so funny about this statement, though? These are probably the same people that hate CRT and DEI and this and that, but diversity and inclusion are essential parts of who we are. We take these allegations seriously. We have attempted to work with the EEOC for nearly 8 years to find common ground and resolve this dispute. Nearly 8 years? And you are still running afoul of federal civil rights law? Well, you're not working too hard, Sheetz. Yeah, Nick Ruffner. The privately held, family-run company has more than 23,000 employees and operates convenience stores and gas stations in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, and North Carolina. The lawsuit was filed in federal court on Wednesday, the day Biden stopped at a Sheetz market on a Western Pennsylvania campaign swing, buying snacks, posing for photos, and chatting up patrons and employees, which, by the way, there were no minorities in the building except for his security detail, and I guess maybe that possible random that's shaking his hand, but I believe was still with him. But anyway, I mean, and think about how that camera panned around too. So you got a real clear shot of all of the restaurant or all of the store. And the black folks in there. Hell, I didn't even see a Mexican. Federal officials said they do not alleged Sheetz was motivated by racial animus, but take issue with the way the chain uses criminal background checks to screen job seekers. The company was sued under Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits workplace discrimination on the basis of race, sex, religion, and national origin. Federal law mandates that employment practices causing a disparate impact because of race or other protected classifications must be shown by the employer to be necessary to ensure the safe and efficient performance of the particular jobs at issue. Even when such a necessity is proven, the practice remains unlawful if there is an alternative practice available that is comparably effective in achieving the employer's goals but causes less discriminatory effect. It wasn't immediately clear how many job applicants have been affected, but the agency said Sheetz' unlawful hiring practices date to at least 2015. Dang. Unlawful practice going back that long. And so this is a place that has a history. Obviously, it was a well-known history at that. So again, why would he choose to go there? Or is that the type of crowd he was actually going to appeal to? Some could probably see it that way. And some could probably say maybe some should see it that way. I'm just saying. The EEOC, an independent agency that enforces federal laws against workplace discrimination, is seeking to force Sheetz to offer jobs to applicants who were unlawfully denied employment and provide back pay, retroactive seniority, and other benefits. Wow, that's not bad. The EEOC began its probe of the convenience store chain after two job applicants filed complaints alleging employment discrimination. The agency found that Black job applicants were deemed to have failed the company's criminal history screening and were denied employment at the rate of 14.5, while multiracial job seekers were turned away at 13.5% of the time, and Native Americans were denied at a rate of 13%. By contrast, fewer than 8% of white applicants were refused employment because of failed criminal background checks. And there is where your benefit of whiteness comes into play. And this is a family-owned business. So you think it's not a family way of doing things? The EEOC notified Sheetz in 2022 that it was likely violating civil rights law, but the agency said its efforts to mediate a settlement failed, prompting this week's lawsuit. So this is something. So Sheetz said they were dedicated to fixing this issue, right? But how so? How so? I just think it's really ironic, though. Don't y'all? Out of all the places that Joe Biden could have went to. So if you want to sit up here and make one person look more discriminatory than the other, this was a fail of great magnitude. So whoever planned this stop probably should be looking for a new job right now. I mean, if you're working on my campaign and The same day I'm stopping is the same day that they're getting hit with a civil rights lawsuit? Hey, black voters, if you don't vote for me, I'm telling you, you already
But I
do.
tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
And in the meantime, this is this guy.
I never thought I'd see a time when I'm going through a neighborhood or a rural town in the West or something and see big signs that have a Trump sign in the middle that says F. Biden, and having a little kid standing with his middle finger, 7 years old, 8 years old. Well, I promise it happens all the time.
Maybe because of this, Joe.
I'd like to understand from you what Trump-era immigration policies have been banned, ended, reversed, and if any investigations are underway by you.
So we have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies, it would take so much time to list them.
Well, there's that. And again, I'm not a Trumper. I'm not a MAGA, and I'm not a Joe Biden sexual. I'm neither. I am black first, and that is my agenda. And my agenda does not allow me in good conscience to see something like this and call it good.
Are you ready to choose freedom over democracy? Because that's America.
Yes.
Are you ready to choose freedom over democracy? Because that's America.
Yes. This is your man.
Are you ready to choose freedom over democracy? Because that's America.
Yes. Oh, that is your man. And what can you do with that? Not a damn thing. And this is the man who you want to be at the helm. But right now we have bombs over Baghdad. Once again, Iraq on fire. Well, it came from Jordan. You're not paying attention to international politics right now. You definitely should, because there is a major situation brewing. Major situation brewing. So y'all have to understand, man, we gotta stay vigilant. We have to stay extra vigilant. Because number one, we have an enemy that has endless resources of destruction. So when you understand why I say societal indictments, is because here's the thing. Just like the one video that was on TikTok not long ago, that, you know how people say, well, my family never owned slaves, but your family participated in slavery by making sure or maintaining that the racial hierarchy existed. And so you participated by your white alignment with the people who did have this particular power. Because why? Well, that still puts you in a certain class. And for those of you who have never heard a real staunch stomp down, you can hear a white supremacist, drug addict junkie that sleeps in a tent on the street in the rain, and it could be 40 degrees, and they'll look you in your face with you in your best Sunday's best, driving your fanciest car, and proudly tell you, at least I'm not a nigger. Know who your enemy is, but know that your enemy is already defeated, because Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. Sheetz. Ooh-wee. And think of just the irony of the name Sheetz. The irony of the name Sheetz. I bet, brother. Sheetz. Come on over here to Sheetz restaurant. Where the folks represent the sheets. Family. Oh, I can hear it again. There it is. Have that on the low. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, we have came to a close of another week. Hopefully, everybody has had a good week thus far. You know, because there's enough going on in this world that does not need us taking L's. And right now, let's reserve the L's for who deserves the L's, and that is the chieftains of supremacy and anti-black oppression. So if anybody thinks that we should be down with all the other madness that goes on here, no one ever wants to involve us when it's time to talk tangibles. No. Let's go get our money. But let's use the verbiage of these people who are fighting this system right here in America. And while we can watch our political puppets stay stuck in Panderville. Why? Because they would much rather see the couch, the victor in 2024. Because if it is no tangibles, it will be no vote. No black agenda. No vote. Straight up. Couch 2024. And there's some of you out there right now that say this dude is a fool. Well, one thing I'm not is a race baiter. Another thing I'm not is uneducated on who my adversary is. I'm right here from Portland, Oregon, the University of White Supremacy. And if you think that what we are doing here with the new black media, the grassroots, is such a major issue for you, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is, some of y'all, especially if you black, this might be you.
Buck dancing, shuffling, scratching, bootlicking, bamboozling, Uncle Tom Negro.
And then we also have the overhyped, cowardly plebiscite battlers. And some of them are just going to sleep for good.
And I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good. And I'm
And see, some of these tethers that are coming over here that don't understand what we understand, They say, well, y'all is crazy and this and that. And y'all, see, well, y'all just want to be close up to the white man. And y'all just done took all the colonizers and y'all Africans and the African diaspora. And then they come over here and start using all these crazy words that we don't use. Talking crazy about black folks around other folks. Why? Because they not coming around here to unify with us. They coming here to come up off of us because that's a dirtbag culture. And not saying every African comes from a dirtbag culture. I'm saying the tether culture is a dirtbag culture. Not every immigrant is a tether. Not every African, not every person from the Caribbean, not every Puerto Rican, not everybody's a tether. But the people who conduct themselves like that are definitely dirtbags. But the one thing they don't know that all of us already know, down to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
So if you are not subscribed to the new black media as your leading voice of truth, I don't know what's wrong with you. And for those of you who think that you can actually compete with the grassroots, the new black media, well, I speak for myself, beatzillapdx official, the beatzillapdx official show. Those of you in the chat, the grassroots, the voices of new black media, I think it's safe to say when I tell you that we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed, family. You can follow me at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you would like to support this channel, you can definitely do so by way of CashApp. That's $beatzillapdx. That's CashApp, $beatzillapdx. Also, we have PayPal, and that is Zilla Muzak at PayPal. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And I want to, I did see somebody, let me take a look here, because I do think I saw somebody come through with the Cash App. Let me see, who am I looking at? All right, we got Antithesis and Rhonda Smith in the building with the not the super chats, I'm sorry, with the Cash Apps. I appreciate both of you. Thank you. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. As well as there was somebody who I missed last week. I missed Doris. So yes, indeed, I missed Doris. And thank you, Star, as well. I think I missed y'all last week. I didn't see those until after I wrapped up. So Antithesis, Rhonda Smith, Doris, Star. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Again, peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. And to all of my members and all of you good subscribers, thank you all for tuning in this evening, because you know how we do here. And for those of you who this is your first time, family, this is what we call around here the weekly wrap-up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And live living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
All right, family, it is about time to roll up out of here. And for those of you who, again, like I said, are new, one of our greatest missions right here in the New Black Media is
to put it in the frame of reference. Everyone, when they talk about racism and white supremacy, should always start by saying that the focus, the objective should be replace white supremacy with justice. Those are the 5 basic words.
Simply put. With that being said, family, y'all, you already know, keep your three smooth stones at the ready and your slingshot nearby. Never know when you might need them. Stay black. Stay vigilant. Stay alive. Black first. Black first. Black first. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed, good, safe, warm weekend. Peace.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.